Hello everyone, we are going to cover heat capacity and specific heat capacity today under calorimetry. So hope you are ready for it. Welcome to Science Arena. I am Monica. Now before we can understand the concept of heat capacity and specific heat capacity, it's important to understand the factors which are going to affect the amount of heat energy absorbed by any body. So पहला factor है the mass of the body. So let us take an example to justify what we are speaking here. Alright. So here we have two objects. So I have two masses, mass A and I have mass B. So what do I see here? Very evidently mass A is less than mass B. So what does your common sense say? किसको हीट अप करने के लिए कम क्वांटिटी ऑफ हीट चाहिए? वेल जो मास स्मॉलर है, फॉर दैट टू हीट अप आई रिक्वायर स्मॉलर क्वांटिटी ऑफ हीट. फॉर बिगर masses to heat up I require bigger amount of heat energy, right? So the quantity of heat energy required to heat up A will certainly be lesser than the quantity of heat energy required to heat up B. Now to understand the second factor, let us take a body. So this is an object which has whatever mass. I want to change the temperature of this body by 5 degrees centigrade. For that what do I have to do? I have to supply some quantity of heat. Let us say Q1 is the amount of heat I have supplied to cause a change in temperature of this body through 5 degrees centigrade. Now if I want to change the temperature of this body by a 20 degrees centigrade, then how much energy do I have to supply? Well, I have to supply heat energy which certainly will be greater than the amount of heat energy I needed to supply to cause a change in temperature of just 5 degree. So the more the change in temperature I require, the more amount of heat energy I will need to supply to that object. Here I have yet another condition. मेरे पास दो मेटल्स हैं, दोनों डिफरेंट मेटल्स हैं, कॉपर है और आयरन है. दोनों में कॉमन क्या है? दोनों के मासेस सेम है. दिस 50 ग्राम कॉपर, दिस इज 50 ग्राम आयरन. नाउ आई वांट टू चेंज द टेम्परेचर ऑफ कॉपर बाय 5 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड. आई ऑल्सो वांट टू चेंज द टेम्परेचर ऑफ आयरन also by 5 degrees centigrade. Will the quantity of heat energy required to create the same temperature change by the two metals be same or different? Well, the quantity of heat energy required by two different metals have to be different. Why so? This is because copper is a better conductor as compared to iron. So for the same temperature change, the quantity of heat energy required by copper will be lesser than the quantity of heat energy required by iron. So these were some of the factors which were going to impact the amount of heat energy absorbed by any body. Now that we have understood it, we are certainly in a better position to understand the concept of heat capacity and specific heat capacity. So let us just proceed with those. So now I know that the quantity of heat energy absorbed by any body is directly proportional to its mass, directly proportional to the temperature change which I need to create, and of course it depends upon the kind of material I have been using. Having said that, now let us understand the concept of thermal heat capacity. So how do we represent thermal heat capacity? So well, this is thermal heat capacity. And what is thermal heat capacity? Well, it is the quantity of heat energy absorbed by a body to create 1 degree change in temperature. So 1 degree change is the same as 1 Kelvin change. So let us understand this part. So I have two copper pieces. So this is one copper piece and this is the other copper piece. Of course, we can see a difference in their masses. So to create a change in temperature of 1 degree in the first case and to create a change in temperature of 1 degree centigrade in the second case, well, is the quantity of heat energy required going to be different? Of course. To heat up bigger masses, I will require bigger quantities of heat. So in the first case, let us call it A and let us call this B. So the quantity of heat energy to to heat up copper, which is A, is going to be smaller as compared to the quantity of heat energy required to heat up B, because the masses are different. The bigger masses require bigger amount of heat energy. It's as simple as that. Let us write our SI unit for thermal heat capacity now. Since thermal heat capacity is Q by T, so Q की SI unit क्या होती है? Joule. Per temperature की Kelvin. So this is going to be my SI unit. So Joule per Kelvin is the SI unit for thermal heat capacity. रटने की हमें कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है. If I know the concept well, I can very well write my SI units. Now let us proceed to how is this specific heat capacity going to be different as compared to your thermal heat capacity. So let us begin by taking the same pieces of copper. So we have two copper pieces. One is the smaller copper piece and the other is the bigger copper mass. Okay. Now what are we going to do? From each of these pieces, let us name them A and B. I have taken up unit mass from A. I have taken the same unit mass from B. Alright. Now let us call them as P and Q. Now are the P and Q pieces going to require different amounts of heat energy to show 1 degree rise in temperature or change in temperature? Well, my answer is no. Why so? Because material P and Q दोनों का same है. Mass P and Q दोनों का same है. So how can the quantity of heat energy required by P and Q be different? Well, it's going to be same. So when will they change? If I change this copper to say aluminium, well, it will change. Why? Because my material has changed, so the conductivities will change. But when I am taking materials of the same kind and दोनों में से मैंने unit masses लिए हैं, so naturally the quantity of heat energy which is absorbed by these unit masses, they cannot be different. अब इसी बात पे अपने specific heat capacity को कर लेते हैं define. So specific heat capacity is the quantity of heat energy required to raise the temperature of unit mass of a body through 1 degree centigrade, which is the same as 1 Kelvin change. So यहाँ पे क्या किया हमने? मास फिक्स कर दिया, यूनिट मास कर दिया है, राइट? सो अगर SI यूनिट इसकी लिखनी हो तो बहुत सिंपल है. Q की SI यूनिट जूल, मास की किलोग्राम, एंड व्हाट अबाउट द टेम्परेचर चेंज? केल्विन. सो माय SI यूनिट इज जूल पर kg केल्विन. हो गया जी, इतना सिंपल था. अब हम करने वाले हैं हीट कैपेसिटी को कोरिलेट स्पेसिफिक हीट कैपेसिटी से. लेट्स चेक दिस आउट. नाउ ये होने वाला है हमारे बाएं हाथ का खेल, तो शुरू करते हैं. सो थर्मल हीट कैपेसिटी और जस्ट हीट कैपेसिटी इज अ C dash and it is equal to Q by del T. And what about specific heat capacity? ये तो मैंने बताया नहीं. Well, it is symbolically a small c. Alright. And this small c is nothing but Q by m del T. ये तो हमने पढ़ ही लिया है. अब रिलेशनशिप कैसे निकलेगा? Well, इनके बीच का रेशियो निकाल देते हैं. This is what we will do. So, this is what happens. Q चला गया, del T चला गया. So, what do I have? I have C dash by small c is equal to 1 by m. That means what? The thermal heat capacity by specific heat capacity is going to be equal to m. That means thermal heat capacity is equal to m times specific heat capacity. So this is the mathematical relation we were looking for. And the best part is we are done for today. Hope you enjoyed every bit of today's session, and if you have, you know what you have to do. You have to like the channel, subscribe to the channel. Do remember to share it with your friends as well. Thank you for joining me today, and do remember to join me again. Bye-bye.